Good morning, beautiful souls. It's Anna T. Brooks, your Soul Purpose Activator, and welcome to this week's weekly Oracle card energy reading for this week, the 8th to the 14th of July, 2024. So welcome. Please make sure you say hello. Let me know how you're going, whether you're tuning in here on Facebook or on YouTube. I always love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how you're going this week, how you're feeling, how things went for you last week as well. If you have any feedback from last week's energy reading also. And any kind of hunches or ideas that you're having about the coming week. So before we dive into the card pulls, as always, I love to just tune in and give you a bit of a read of my own intuitive kind of feeling about this coming week. So what I'm really feeling coming through this week is there is potential for a lot of change and there is potential for a lot of clarity, especially towards the end of the week. I'm feeling like there is potential for something really powerful to come through in terms of clarity, in terms of awareness, in terms of realization, something kind of finally coming together or making sense, or something that hasn't been fully formed finally coming to fruition. I'm getting this sort of sense for this week. However, the caveat being this is not going to happen without some sort of conscious effort, right? So this isn't something that I'm feeling is just going to be like a random occurrence that just kind of sparks out of nowhere. This is going to come with your focused intention and your focused energy as well. So there is going to be it's a co-creation with the universe rather than just one or the other, rather than just the universe doing something for you. This is a co-creation. That's what I'm feeling, that if you have the intent and you have the drive and you have the energy and the momentum behind it, there is room for a lot of clarity, a lot of realization, a lot of things just kind of coming into place, especially I'm feeling towards the end of this week. So I'd love to hear how that lands for you. If you're sort of getting those nudges as well, let me know, pop a comment down below. But that's kind of my what I'm just feeling towards this week so far. So let's go ahead and pull some cards so we can see what the cards have in store as well. So as always, we will be using the Work Your Light Oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell. I'm going to pull 3 cards from this deck to focus on mind, body, and soul. So mind being more of the conscious energies, what you're going to be aware of, what you're going to be thinking about, what's kind of going to be top of mind. The body, which is more about the physical, the tangible, your 3D world, what's going to be happening in that regard. And then the soul is more of that underlying kind of subconscious energies, the things that you might not be aware of if you're not tuning in very deeply. However, they're still going to be at work in the background. So let's go ahead. I've already gone and shuffled these cards before I jumped on. So I'm going to just start shuffling now to see what 3 cards come up for us this week. So firstly, for the mind. Let's see what is coming through. Oh, okay. That's just jumping out. Excellent. We have our first card. All right, let's shuffle for body. I like to get all the 3 cards out at once so I know we're done with the shuffling. So body, what is coming through for body for this week, 8th to 14th of July, 2024. Oh, there it goes. Okay, perfect. We've got the second card. And, oh, okay, I didn't even need to ask for soul. That just came out of its own accord. It wanted to come out. All right. Messages are coming in hot and fast. Good morning, Michelle. Hello, lovely. Thank you for jumping on for the live recording. Let's dive into the cards. What do we have in store for this week? So, mind. We have share your voice. Share your voice. This is probably one of my favorite images from this deck, actually. It's just such a beautiful image. Share your voice. And underneath it says, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So this week there is going to be, you're going to feel the pull to definitely speak up about something, to own your truth about something, to maybe raise something that you have been keeping under wraps, something that you haven't been totally honest about, something that maybe you've been even hiding from yourself. And there is that feeling, that worry about maybe persecution. There is maybe that worry about how is this going to be received? What will happen if I actually do speak up? If I do actually own this? If I do actually step into my power in this way? There is that kind of, that might be something that you're going through. And Spirit is telling you that this week is the week to do it, right? This is the week to share your voice. Whatever it is that needs to happen, whatever the fallout is that needs to happen, if some people won't be happy, if some people will feel like you're letting them down, if some people are going to feel any kind of way and have any kind of big adult emotions about it, that is on them, right? That is something that they get to work through if they choose or not. But either way, you are not responsible for that. If you are simply sharing your voice, speaking your truth, coming out of the cave, being authentic, then what reaction is from other people, that is not on you. That is on them. That is their ability to receive somebody else's truth, and that's not something that you have control over. So this week, you're going to definitely be aware of this. You're going to be feeling something coming up within you where you want to express yourself, where you want to be really, maybe even vulnerable as well, right? I'm feeling that's just something that Spirit's sort of dropping into me, that this could be a vulnerable thing that you're wanting to share with somebody, something that has felt kind of really close to you, that has been maybe affecting you or hurting you, or there's something that you've been going through that you haven't been entirely honest about, and there's a level of vulnerability, and Spirit is telling you, it is safe. You are safe to do this. Don't stress about what other people are going to say. It may be received well, it may not be received well. What you are doing is for you. If there is something that you are feeling called to share, something that you are feeling called to express and to put yourself forward, there is a reason for that, and it is for your healing. It is for your progression, regardless how that may look. And the other thing they're just dropping into me is that it may, for some of you, it may not give you the exact result that you're hoping for straight away, but in time, it will be really, really clear that you made the right decision, right? For some of you, it's going to be exactly what you need, and it's going to be exactly the way you imagined it. But for some of you, it's going to be a case of sharing yourself, of being expressive, of really sharing your voice in this, and it may not be received in the way that you're hoping right away. However, in time, things will readjust because of this, and you'll be very, very grateful that you did. So there is room for you to really speak up this week about your truth. Let's see what the second card has in store for the body. So this is more of the physical, tangible, the 3D world, situations around you, and also possibly your body directly and you physically. So, okay, we have leap. Another one of my favorite images, this one actually. It's just such an effortless leap. Like, look at her. She's like, yep, I trust, I'm going. And underneath it says, you go first, the universe will catch you. You go first, the universe will catch you. So physically this week in your 3D world, there is something you are going to be pulled to leap. There is something that you are going to be pulled to leap into. And this, I dare say, is going to feed directly into this share your voice for your mindset card as well. I feel like the two are going to be quite intertwined. So there is maybe even like a culmination moment where you're going to be feeling like, okay, this is it. This is the moment I need to say it. This is the moment I need to express this. This is the moment I need to be completely authentic and completely myself. Let my vulnerability show and be and do this, right? There's sort of that leap, right? So there's something physically that you're doing this week. And because it's come into into the body card, into that body position, it's the other thing Spirit's kind of telling me is that it's almost like there'll be a situation, there'll be a specific moment throughout the week where you're just going to feel it. You're going to feel it land in your body that this is it. This is that moment. This is the moment to leap, right? It's like, I have to go first. If I don't go, the universe can't work with me, right? Exactly what I said, at the beginning when I was just tuning in before I pulled the cards of the messages I was hearing about that co-creation. And I'm feeling that very much so through the cards already, that there's room for a lot of transformation and a lot of clarity and some breakthroughs, especially towards the end of the week. I'm really feeling for a lot of you. But it is a co-creation. It requires you to go first and the universe will work with you. It's not something that's going to just happen outside of you without any kind of conscious effort or energy or focus on your part. And it doesn't mean doing a whole lot physically. It doesn't mean a whole lot of to-dos. It just means it's going to require you to decide that this is what you want. Right? And that's why that card's coming up, because you're going to be the one who has to take the leap, right? If you don't take the leap, the universe can't catch you. Simple as that. So that's the body card. I'd love to hear, by the way, how this is resonating. I'm feeling some really, really amazing energy from these cards. So let me know how this is landing. And if you're already having some ideas about what this might be about for you personally. And let's see the third card. So this one, like I said, it flew out before I'd even asked for the soul card. So it's like it already knew what it wanted. And we have align your life. We've had this one a couple of times recently. Align your life. And underneath it says what is not aligned or needs to change, right? So this is that underlying kind of subconscious energies going on this week. So whilst everything that we've just spoken about is going on, underneath what's kind of happening, what's kind of brewing is that things are being aligned. Things are, exactly how it says, what is not aligned or needs to change, right? It's exactly like that. So it's kind of that feeling of underneath things are recalibrating, things are realigning, things are shifting. Like I said with that first card, that for some of you, you're going to share, you're going to express, you're going to be vulnerable and take that leap this week, but maybe the ultimate outcome or the ultimate result of that is going to still be a few more weeks or a few more months away, that you're not going to see straight away like, oh, boom, that was exactly what I was expecting. Because underneath things are realigning, things are shifting, but it requires you to make those moves first, right? Because things are going to change, things are going to move in a different direction. But especially this week, I'm feeling like if you're not actually making those moves, and if you're not, and that, like I said, moves means physically, we've got the leap card, but it also means in terms of your internal world. So in terms of sharing your voice and being authentic and being truthful, not mincing your words is the other thing for some of you. I've just had that drop through. Do not mince your words. If you have a habit of trying to sugarcoat things or portray things in a certain way, this is not the week to do that. It doesn't mean you don't get to carefully select your delivery of whatever it is that you are expressing. However, not at the cost of your authentic self, not at the cost of basically turning it into something else because you want to put it a certain way to somebody else, right? It needs to feel authentic to you. And that's where things are realigning this week. Underneath, things are shifting. As long as you're moving in that direction as well, then it's all recalibrating at the same time. So that's the energy for this week. I absolutely love this energy. Personally, I'm a big fan. I'd love to hear how that resonates for you, and if you're getting some ideas about what part of your life or parts, maybe it's the whole shebang of your life that this relates to, and how you might see that shaping forward, and if you're going to take advantage of this and take those leaps and share your voice this week. So that wraps up the weekly energy. Now let's go ahead. We're going to jump into the bonus, which is this week the Divine Energy Oracle card by Oracle card deck by Sonia. Choquette. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I will not attempt to say that I'm doing it right. But anyway, we have the Divine Energy Oracle card deck. And I'm going to pull 3 cards. So this is the kind of pick a card for extra advice part. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. I will hold them up once I've pulled them, and you'll get to tune in. And this is just an extra message for you for this week to see what extra advice Spirit has for you. No, that's a couple coming out there. I'm just going to do one at a time. Here we go. So these ones are really good, this deck, for like specific advice, because it really does actually. Whoop, okay, that second one wants to fall out. And third one, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, very good for like specific advice, something that you need to know. Once you choose your card as well, I'd love to know if you drop into the comments which one is standing out to you. Okay, we have our 3 cards. I'm going to hold them up so you can't see what they are. I want you to just take a deep breath, ground into your body, and just feel which one stands out for you. So this is card number 1. Okay, that's card number 1. This is card number 2. It's card number 2. And we have card number 3. Card number 3. So have a feel into which one feels like it has a message for you, or you might have a couple of messages as well. That's entirely possible. Always go with your first instinct. Always. That's my best advice. If you got confused throughout, go with your first instinct. Okay, so let's see what we have. So card number 1, if you chose card number 1, you have reevaluate your priorities. Reevaluate your priorities. So I'm going to read a little bit from the guidebook for this one as well, because I do always feel like the guidebook does explain this so beautifully. It's one of few that I really like to read from. So what is with this word in me? Oh my gosh. Reevaluate your priorities. Are you engaging with people and plans that don't feel right and ignoring your instincts because of the lure of promised rewards? Are you involved with people, ideas, or situations that compromise your integrity? Are you shutting your eyes to blatant ethical lapses of your own or others, or disregarding the red flags of warning along the way? If so, this is the time to reverse the course before trouble befalls you. Your divine energy is calling you to reevaluate your priorities and stay true to your higher self. Your soul's maturity and ethics are being tested by the universe, and unless you rethink your values, you may not pass the test. Ooh. Okay, I feel like that feeds in directly into what we've been talking about all week. So this is almost like an extra reminder for you. What are your priorities? Like, what do you really desire? Like, what do you actually really want? What is important to you? Is being, somebody else, making somebody else happy and making your life all about pleasing other people the priority? Or is it about sharing your voice? Is it actually about who you are and your truth? I feel like it's an extra sort of message there for you. So that's the first card, if you chose that one. Second card we have is do something different. Do something different. So simple, right? Let's see what the guidebook says for a bit more advice. Where are we? Do something different. Okay. Have you ever heard the saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and hoping to get different results? This is the moment to take this advice into consideration. Free yourself from frustrating conditions by trying something very different. Your divine energy is calling you to avoid automatic responses and instead seek well thought out, conscious responses to the areas in life where you are most challenged. If you normally speak up, then listen. If you normally say very little, then speak up. If you usually do too much, then try doing less. If you give the minimum, now is the time to give the maximum. Push your limits as you approach life's challenges in a new way. Ooh, I like this one. Again, I feel like this adds so much in just to the week's energies and just that little extra advice for you that like, all right, not sure how to do this? Do something different. Do something you have not done before. Do it a different way. There we go. I was about to start coughing, so I thought I'd have some water. Ooh, so I like that one. And card number 3. If you chose card number 3, and pop down in the comments as well. Let me know which one you resonated with the most. I'd love to hear kind of what energy you're feeling. So card number 3, we have engage higher reason. Engage higher reason. All right, and let's read this one. Once I find it. There it is. Okay. Are you unsure of what is actually true and what is just your fear or illusion talking? Are you feeling insecure and threatened? Not to worry, you are safe. It is time to discern fact from fiction, however, and respond to life's challenges in a grounded, objective way instead of in an emotionally reactive one. Rise above the rushing river of your emotions and engage your reason and logic to better navigate the daunting, emotionally charged rapids of the moment. Your divine energy is calling you to be detached and observe the situation objectively for the moment. Take nothing personally. Remain calm and available to all points of view without feeling defensive. I mean, all of these cards are so on point with the reading for the week, and it's just like a little bit of extra kind of, I guess, perspective shift, and especially with this one, right? This is what I said that, for some of you, when you do speak your truth, when you do kind of share, it may not be received the way that you're hoping it is. And that's okay, right? You can detach from that. You can detach from taking responsibility for other people's reactions and other people's emotions and just come back to, well, if this is my truth, if this is what I'm feeling called to do, if this is feeling real and important and aligned for me, then this is the right way to go. And everything, I trust everything will fall into place because of this. So that is the bonus there. Again, I would love to hear how that resonates. I'd love to hear what card you picked and how that feels for you. But yeah, that wraps up the reading for the week. So let me know if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, anything about maybe what's already coming up and what you're getting some ideas about this week. I would love to hear. If you do have any questions about working with me, about coaching with me directly, you're always welcome to send me a private message and we can chat that way. And yeah, I will see you next week for the next one. Sending you so much love. Mwah.